Where's the weight counts?
Maximum.
It's working on his backs.
Yep.
What you doing?
Wrist curls.
Wrist curls.
Don't you see him training? Time to time. You don't see it too often, probably. There are 100 ways of training your hand and wrist, and this is just one of it. And you can. Training is about physics and biomechanics, and if you see directions, if you will have direction of load directly from a side, so more stress will be on your wrist. Right now, if you see the difference, if I'm taking weight, I'm a little bit inclined and weight is up, so its direction is a little bit up. So it's also wrist and its fingers. Quite similar like in arm wrestling, and it's isolated wrist curl. I did already my side pressure training today, did a few exercises for side press, and now I'm doing, as you see, wrist curls.
So what's good about isolated?
What's good? You don't cheat with side. If you do the same on a for example, table, which is great to use side pressure, but always you want to use theoretically isolated one joint movements. There are so-called compound movements, which is normally arm wrestling, or if you do some rotation and you do all together, it's rotation, it's side, it's wrist. But it's important to train not only those compound movements, but to train as well one joint movements. And basically, if we work from theoretical side, only about 20, maybe maximum 30% should be compound movements, and all other 70-80% should be those isolated one joint movements in every strength training. Doesn't matter, it's weightlifting, powerlifting, or arm wrestling. No, it's not a big weight if you're wondering. Lightweight.
You're lightweight too.
Yeah. That's for sure. And I'm today will not go even close to my max weights. It's I'm working today with 75% from how it's called, like one rep max. Yeah. So it's theoretically dynamical day, or someone will say hypertrophy day, or
just working on control to have full range of motion.
Not only it's impossible to work every day on max strength. Is like best physical ability we would like to, and everyone want to be as maximum strong as possible, but it's impossible to train for max strength every day, and you have to train a few days, or some day you train for max strength, some day you train for sub-max, some day you train for like so-called dynamical day.
So what's now, 40 kilos or 50 kilos is there? Is it 20?
It's 15, it's
15, 45 kilos. 45, so it's about 30 kilos real weight.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna add just casually 20 kilos. Again, these are not pounds for our American viewers. Yeah. Whenever I'm lifting, they think it's pounds.
Yeah. It's almost same. Kilos, pounds. That's a numbers. Those are numbers. Who cares? Arm wrestling is not about numbers. It's about who wins.
So you are doing like from arm wrestling range. You're not doing full range of motion.
In such exercise, if I will let weight here, it's actually not too much load anymore because the direction is from
It's more of a stretch,
yeah.
stretching out.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do like small minus. Like a bad referee put me in a bad position and start, and then trying to curl in. So I get used to.
So you feel better when it's good start.
Now, if I will use to start from here, it's never happened. No one will let me like this. Maybe only Bart in WL. There I can start here, but in Latvia, our referees are very strict, and I have to start always from minus. So get used to it. Should put weight on a chair, start moving.
Because you're lightweight.
Yeah, man. legs too skinny.
Legs too skinny. No squats today.
I did actually squat on Saturday. Yeah.
Do you feel it?
No.
Then you didn't do it.
I did up. I work up till my 3 rep max before competition, before rig open.
Yeah.
In the morning, I came to gym. I did squat, and then Saturday before competition, and then I went to competition for to wake up to do some like a neurological warming up, and then it's sometimes good to do some big. It's demanded big exercise, which
demands your body to activate.
Which will turn your neural system in.
I got help here.
Have to check the angle.
It's good.
Is it a Latvian referee start or is it WAL start?
So you change the angles or you leave it mostly like this? Like right here?
I will do with right arm and then I will explain.
Get those Latvian starts. Good.
To have a good understanding about training, you have to have good understanding about physics, and if you will do wrist curl, direction from front, the biggest stress will be on fingers and not so much on a wrist, especially in a strike position. The wrist will have more load when it will be curling, so in this flexed position. If you will do work here, we will have a stress on the wrist. If you will do, and for example here I would put cable system lower, and you will have a direction from side. It will be almost non-stress on fingers. You can even relax. It's all on wrist, and it's theoretically you will always be able to lift bigger weights. But the handle will almost jump in your wrist or fall in your wrist. And what I'm doing here now, if you can see, I'm trying this like 45 degrees.
So most stress will be in a curl position. And
actually, it's in both. It's not so easy in a stride position, and it's also not so easy to curl in. So more or less, it's
even.
It's even, and I do change, but this 45 is generally like
the best.
I don't know if best, but it works.
Most balanced.
Yeah, most balanced. Yeah, direct. Exactly. It's working well on everything, and I believe it's quite close. If we would trying to compare it with arm wrestling.
In arm wrestling, we have load on everything.
Yeah.
On wrist and fingers.
Yep.
how many sets, reps you did, and what was the weight you're using?
Today?
Yeah.
It's 40 kilo real weight, but it's 65 on system plus all the system, but we have made it 40, but it doesn't matter. I did 3 working sets, I think, just 3 working sets with 8-10 reps. It was as an assist exercise for my side pressure and for big exercise. Like if you would ask what is best reps or sets, there are no best numbers, there are no best weights. It's depend on your goals, what type of training you have. Is it your strength day? Is it you're going for max? I'm usually not going for 1 rep max in such exercise. I don't know.
You don't go for 1 rep max, as I know, for everything.
I go
Except
for
squats.
3 rep max.
3 rep max.
No, I do sometimes, but not in such exercise. I believe it's assist exercise, and
you need to work on assistance exercises.
Yeah.
Not to kill yourself.
yeah, train hard, stay strong, and love arm wrestling.